Hello my friends and welcome to Practice English with Paul. Now it is the fourth and last part in the relationship vocabulary series. This is where it is time to say goodbye. We have some vocabulary here to show you what you can say when the relationship or marriage is not working, and some nice vocabulary and synonyms to say it's finished. So let's have a look. Starting with the first one, to drift apart. This word is absolutely fantastic, to drift. So imagine you have the beach and you are in a small boat with no engine, no power, and you're sleeping in this boat, maybe sunbathing, and the boat just drifts on its own from the beach. So we can use this word in a relationship. So imagine the wife is the beach, the husband is the boat, you drift apart from each other. So we can say this: why are we breaking up? We're just drifting apart. We have nothing in common. We don't understand each other. We're just drifting apart. It's time to finish. Next one, to fall apart. Imagine like an old house which has had no care, no work done to it, and the walls are falling down, the ceiling is falling down, it's broken and it's breaking still. So we can say, oh, the house is falling apart. We can use this in a relationship. Our relationship is falling apart. Things are going wrong. We're always fighting. We are always arguing. If you want to stop the relationship falling apart, you need to work at the relationship. To be distant to someone. So that's when you're drifting apart. Maybe you were close and now you are distant. So why don't you talk to me? You're always distant to me. You never open your heart. Well, it's because you're distant to me, right? To be at each other's throats. This is a nice expression which means you're always fighting, you're always arguing, you are constantly at each other's throats. I hope that never happens to you. This one here, to have a domestic, this is fantastic. This is real English slang. I'm not sure if they say this in American English, but definitely in British English. You know the word domestic? It's like home. Imagine you're in a bar with your friends, and two of your friends are husband and wife, and they start arguing and start fighting, and everybody is looking down like, oh dear, I don't want to see this. Oh, what's happening? Peter and Jane are having a domestic. So it means they're having an argument, because they're husband and wife. Now, we have a nice expression here. Our marriage is on the rocks. So that means on the rocks, like imagine a ship which is sailing in the sea, and it hits the rocks. The voyage has ended because it's stuck. We can use this to talk about a relationship with problems. Our relationship is on the rocks, which means it will probably finish very, very soon. We could even say our marriage has hit the rocks as well. Things aren't working out, so things aren't going very well. We've tried to talk, we've tried to have family therapy, we've tried other exciting activities, but things aren't working out. It's time to break up. Now, if you have a look at my other videos, chat up lines and break up lines, I have these expressions in those as well. We can also say we are losing the feelings in our relationship. Oh, I've lost my feelings for you. I no longer love you anymore. My feelings are lost. My feelings have gone. Right, let's move on to the last section. To call it a day. So you've tried to work things out. You've tried to stop the relationship from falling apart. You've been drifting apart for a long time. There's nothing more you can do. It's time to call it a day. Finished. So, should we continue to be together? No. It's time to call it a day. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Standard word, separate. And now, separation. I think it's time to separate. I don't love you anymore. We know the standard phrasal verbs. To break up, to split up. Oh, how was you and your girlfriend? Oh, we broke up yesterday. We split up yesterday. Now this, to dump someone, very informal, it's real slang here. To dump someone, it's when I break up with someone, I dumped you, so I finished the relationship. Here I have the passive, I got dumped, so somebody dumped me. Right? It's not a particularly nice thing to say to somebody, I'm dumping you. It's really without any soul and heart, not very polite. I wouldn't suggest using it at all. We have the standard words here for if you are married, you get divorced. And when you get divorced, you are divorced. That's your status, like to get married and to be married, if you remember from the last video. We can also say to get a divorce using the noun. I want to get a divorce, or I want to get divorced. Doesn't matter what you say. If you want the legal version, like we had in the previous video, to commit adultery, this is the sort of legal one for to get divorced. I want to file for divorce. This is what you would say if you're threatening legal action. Also, what we have here to finish with, we have some nice little expressions here to say it's finished. We can say it's over. Please don't leave me, I want to be with you. Sorry, it's over. Goodbye. Or we have we're through. I am through with you, which means I'm finished. Nice use of prepositions here. Now, that concludes our relationship vocabulary series. Don't forget, there are 2 videos on pickup lines and there's a video also on breakup lines. I suggest you watch them for some fun. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Please give a nice thumbs up. Please leave some comments, subscribe to my channel and share. Have fun learning English, and I will see you soon in the next videos. Goodbye and thank you for practicing English with me, Paul.